Welcome to this meditation, channeled by Sananda Kumara. Please find a comfortable position with your back straight. Close your eyes and connect with your body. Before we begin, we advise you to set an intention from your heart for this experience. Repeat with me, mentally or if possible out loud. I allow myself to be open to love. I allow myself to be in the present moment. I allow myself to connect with my body. I allow my energy to flow freely. I am here and now. Take 3 deep breaths and get ready. The channeled meditation is about to begin. I wish you a beautiful journey.
Every time you try too hard, you forget who you are yourself. If you keep trying harder and harder, fighting, forcing, you're diminishing yourself in front of yourself. There is no trying. There is no need to force or fight. It's a matter of recognition, of loving and guiding. There is no forcing into it. There is no repression into it. If you need to force, to push down, to repress, to go again, you are renegating a part of you. You deny a powerful and important aspect of you. Do not repress. Do not fight. Do not challenge the one in between. Go in its direction. Enhance your sense perception to perceive the hidden layers that you are ignoring. If you're trying to push the surface, ignoring the powerful roots, you'll do an effort and an effort and an effort, and the tree won't move. If you want to move a tree, you need to dig harder, deeper, and be gentle with the roots. Because if you move the roots carelessly, it's against life. You damage it. The same is to you. If you're fighting, if you're struggling to change, you're not going deep enough. If you go deep enough, you connect deep enough, everything can be moved gently. Gently and gently and gently. Don't be careless. Do not envelop you in that energy that I don't care. I will just do this and force this because this is where I want to go. So you push and you push and you push against the tree to move where you want it to be. You waste your energy and you damage the tree and yourself. There is no point in the forcing without the moving of the roots. What is the roots? What is damage to the roots? It's when you force your inner child, when you force your soft parts by demanding them to be something else, forgetting that they were conditioned on the roots, they were conditioning on the beginning. They become entangled and conditioning, forceful behaviors that were reenacted from past incarnations and lives. What you do to yourself in this existence is a mirror reflection of past jokes and misunderstandings. And when I mean jokes, because it can be hilarious how much we can distort the beauty of I am. We can choose to suffer and see as a dramatic thing, or we can have joy with the truth of it. So I choose to enjoy and see beauty in all the things that happen around me. I invite you to do the same. But stop trying to force it, to fight it, or repress it and pretending it's not there. It's easier, isn't it? No, it's resolved. I said some affirmations, I'm feeling a little bit better, so it's all resolved. Let me keep going, la 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 la, oops, boom! Fell down with my face on the ground. Why? Because the pretense is hiding a frequency that is creating something to you. Falling flat on the ground is literally going against the wall. But falling is more a precise description, as there is a lowering in your frequency. So hiding, fighting, and resisting is never at the service of I am. So what is the alternative, you may ask? What is the choice for someone who is seeking to be fully awakened? The choice is to go deep in a trance, meditative state, to see, perceive everything that is inside of you, but not accepting what is on the surface. What does that mean? You question the questions. You question the answers. You question the feelings and emotions. But this questioning is not of doubting. It's not of someone who does not believe or trust itself. That questioning is of someone who needs more clarity, to dive deeper into unknowing. It's a questioning of curiosity. Is a questioning of someone who is in a self-exploration journey. Is a questioning that elevates and never diminishes. It's not a questioning that says, oh, you're a liar. This is not beautiful. This does not bring a deepening into the trust and connection between you and your parts. So this trance state, this altered state of mind, implies something very simple and easy. Is a focalized thought form. Is a focalized awareness that's not distracting itself with something outside, because this is the conditioned behavior. Let me find something to distract myself. The meditation technique should be in its roots to prevent you from drifting away. Doesn't mean that people that are sitting down and saying I am meditating is doing that or learning how to do that. Sometimes they are just pretending again to themselves that they are doing something. They sit there and drift into many thoughts. It's okay. We're not complaining about it. It's all beautiful. But if you want to enhance your mastery, you need to be able to hold your focus. Why? Because you dig deeper into roots, into truth, you cannot drift away into the surface. You cannot drift away many times what is as a smoke screen, distractions that you created from yourself to hide the truth, because in the past you lacked enough love and resolve to see without fighting and self-destructing. So all of those layers of, yeah, it's because of this and my parents and that person did that to me, it's all excuses, putting outside some very old choices and wounds. So it's an opportunity for you to release. We require this capacity to not drift away, to balance your emotions. What is to balance your emotions? It's to breathe deep, sustain a connection. Sustaining a connection is to feel deep. Breathe out the pain without becoming fully identified with it. This pain, this emotion, this suffering is in my body, but it's not me. It's a part of me. I am bigger than it. When you become bigger than it, you remember that you don't need to be completely drift out through the emotion and go into someplace else. As water that comes with a flood, carry you wherever it's going. When you're a master of self, of meditation, of clarity, of focus, of understanding, doesn't matter how strong the water is or the flood is, you keep your ground. This is figurative language. Literality means that I breathe deep, I keep my attention, and I bring light capsules, as we have been teaching you light language. What does it mean, a light capsule? I have a piece of information that is on the surface of my mind because I keep reminding myself and reprogramming it to keep its structure to be a capsule, you see, is enveloped into something. It holds its integrity. The holding of integrity is you reaffirming every day, is you reminding yourself again and again to hold the coherency of thought form. So when you are there and the emotions are coming and they are threatening to take you with them, what you do, you use those thought forms that you layered again and again and again in you. And they will say stuff like this: I am bigger than any emotion. My consciousness just needs to be larger than any energy to be able to feel it and guide it. I can feel deeply and completely without getting identified with it. I can sense it and observing, reminding myself that I am something larger. I am the infinite. I am thousands of lives, thousands of realities. I can sense any emotion without getting lost when I perceive the greatness of my landscape. So in the center, in the heart, is where I anchor this multidimensional reality. Because it is in the heart that I am connected to the vastitude of me, and me in I am. This literally means to go with your awareness and your attention in the heart. That is the grounding from the heart. So again, let's remember what I need. I need to go to a meditative state. I need to be prepared to any emotion and thoughts and accept them all without resisting them. When they are not beautiful or ugly per se, I just allow them. That includes emotions and thoughts. When the emotions are too strong, what should I do? I should be already training myself for a long period of time, and time, I mean linear time in this moment. You have been training, what means that you have been reassuring yourself of how to act in situations like this. So you're preparing yourself for extreme situations of extreme emotions and thoughts. So you're ready. When it comes, you're ready. What it means to be ready, you know how to go to the heart center. You know what it means to be centered in the heart. You know what it means to remember that you are a multidimensional being with endless repercussions and the reverberations and unfoldings. So it means when the intensity of emotions rise up in your field, you are ready to see them. Doesn't matter its intensity, it's just part of a bigger whole. So you are resting in the center with that calmness and reassurance that comes with thought forms that you pre-layered in your center and in your mind. So you're ready to deal with it. So it comes to you, that intensity of thought form or emotions, and you're ready to deal with it because you layered before your strength. By carefully layering perceptions, thought forms, and an inner diagram, an inner movement that prevents struggle to take over you. Meaning, I am deeply in the now. I am deeply into awareness. I'm capable to focus my thoughts. So when I am there, I will not be drifting in the first answers or intense emotions of resistance, judgment, or even I am tedious. I need to move my legs, my arms, I need to do something, let me drink, let me look away to the horizon, I don't want to be seated here. This is your body dominating you. It's drifting you apart from your focus and understanding, and there is no change in that state. Transformation requires clarity. Clarity requires focus. Focus requires a mind that can sustain itself. Doesn't matter what comes. Doesn't matter what your body is moving. Doesn't matter what is in the system. Doesn't matter what is in your environment. Doesn't matter anything, because your mind is self-sustainable. To acquire that state, it's focusing, understanding, layering in clarity upon clarity, day after day after day, programming, preparing yourself to be in a deep state of belief, focus, and coherency. A master of self can reprogram itself. That's what it means to be a master of self. I can be whatever I want to be in this materiality because I have mastery over its language. In many layers and forms, I understand energy. I understand Omega. I understand the feminine, whatever label you want to give it. I understand consciousness, mind. I have clarity of all the forms of I am. I understand duality is just a mirroring of something that was never divided, and it is still in union in my center, in my core. So I can reunite those parts in whatever way, shape, and form I want. That is the beauty of I am here and now in your body. So go back to the form and shape you need to change. So you are there in your body. Something is moving. Something is happening. May it be pain, illness, suffering, negative thoughts. What do? You go to that outer state of consciousness. What it represents, to be absolutely focused. This is why it's in an altered state, you see. Usually just walking around, drifting, being stimulated by whatever is around. Now you're going to stop being stimulated by any other thing than absolute looking inside and focusing yourself. So you observe with so much clarity and intent that you can see the layers upon layers upon layers of deceit and hiding. And do not be frightened by it or resented by it. This is just survival technique in this plane of existence. If you were born in a reality where whatever you are is fine and beautiful, there is no deceit. There is no layers of deceit. It's just what is. Above all things, you need to remember that this is about survival techniques. So when you're facing those challenges, a part of you will fear death, destruction. To cross those thresholds of understanding will ignite in you a part of you, a primitive part of you who is terrified of dying. I will die, it will say. But it's not true. It's just conditioning. It's a strong emotion and sensation and thought form. But if you allow yourself to be carried by it, again, you'll not find the roots. But as a good boy, a good girl, you'll say, I want to be spiritual. I want to transform reality and be an amazing blah, blah, blah. Then you kick the tree and go and fight the tree and say, go tree, go, push. Go that direction, this is where you should be going. And then you're damaging your roots, damaging yourself, wasting energy, fighting and struggling. These cannot happen. These will not be. These will not work ever and ever for you. Maybe you can even bring the tree down. That means you die, you perish. You destroy yourself in this existence and need to come again and relearn everything so you can have another chance of learning. So learn instead of fighting the tree, of pushing. If you are pushing too hard, it's because a part of you is trying to project something in this pushing. Maybe your sense of worth and self-value and appreciation, your capacity to look in the mirror and say, I like myself. So change this too, so stop pushing it. I can be whatever I am. May it be authentic. Authentic in my path of transformation and change. What does that entail? What does that entail, my friend? What does that entail? That I allow it, but I go deep. I create the necessary resilience. I learn the tools. I master the trade. I become one with I am in my center again and again and again, to be ready for the moments I need it. To do it when things are rush, when the water is rising up, when the flood is coming, when negative thought forms are rising in the horizon, burning everything in its wake. Then I keep at peace at center, and there is no fire or water that can move me outside of my center, because I am in this thought form with clarity and perfection of guidance. I can keep my bubble straight, you know. I can be self-sustaining. I am a divine entity. Now I can create from the core, from the center, in harmony and in stability. And that is the existential process. This is mastery. Again, going back to it. Now you can sustain a core. You can keep a center. That is absolutely required out of you. So in this core, in this center, in this focalized form shape, anything can be seen now. It is the inner configuration of love. As was described before, for you, deep connection without resistance or judgment. You can be in that state of guidance. So in that beautiful moment of misalignment, where untruthful things are being described to you, you can just be there and observe. And in that observing state, you can transform and change things. But first you need to go through the layers of self-deception. You need to feel the root cause. And that root cause is what we described before for you as bringing your roots, golden roots of light, of consciousness through all of you. And when you go deep enough into your temple, when you follow the golden lines, in the end of it there is gates to another realms of existence. So easily as you are there, you can see and perceive other lives, other dimensions. Maybe they are the root cause of that suffering and pain. It happens naturally and spontaneously as you go through the process of transformation. So again, root cause is to follow the thread, the golden thread. It's the Minotaur labyrinth. It's symbolic. It always was symbolic. You need to follow the golden thread to the labyrinth of the Minotaur that represents the feminine, the earth, the existence. Go through the labyrinth, follow the golden thread so you can save the princess, your feminine, make it enlightened from the beast of survival, so you can elevate everything. It was always a symbology of self-elevation, self-transformation. But is it true for the initiatic schools? Not the ones lost in literality. So remember, golden child, you need to follow the golden thread to its origin, to elevate it, to purify it. Can you do that? Can you follow the golden thread? Now remember, it's all about this configuration. Can you seek and observe without drifting away? That is the beauty of I am here now, observing you and preferring you to achieve mastery in such a way that you don't need to suffer constant struggle so you can see. It's easier when you're full of love and charity for yourself and others by observing with clarity. Why do you need to receive so much punishment and suffering to see things? It's no longer required. So be it, and so it is. It's a change in transformation process that help us to become the masters we want to become. You may describe mastery very differently and use language as such. Have an amazing life. Achieve all of my dreams. Be in a perfect reality. Heaven on earth. Whatever is the label you're trying to describe it, it may give different tastes and angles of approach, but doesn't matter how you say it, you need to achieve a level of mastery of self to sustain a creation that is purely aligned. And that is the process of letting go of all of those survival mechanisms. To follow the golden thread inside the Minotaur labyrinth. A beast that fights back, isn't it? beast that fights back. We don't need to see it as a beast that fights back. We can see it more wisely now as just a survival mechanism, because we have enough complexity in the language to describe it so. The old wounds of I am in this planet, they were not so helpful and easy to transform. Now it's much easier for you. You see, you have much more clarity and understanding in your own perceptions of reality. It entails a lot. You have so much lore, so much beautiful histories to use as a reflection of I am, to make it easier for you to come to clarity. So right now, ask yourself, are you willing to go deep enough? Can you face the challenges inside and not be frightened by the destructive parts of you? Can you stop lying to yourself that you don't have such a beast inside that is walking around with that huge axe, ready to decapitate and destroy whatever it feels frightening it, that destroys things, kill it? When I say this, it may just be killing golden futures, golden possibilities, gifts. How we do that? By changing our frequency down, by doubting things, by embracing fear instead of confidence, by coming outside to talk about our problems instead of talking about our dreams. If I keep talking about my problems, I'm creating more problems and I keep destroying things. But if I talk about my dreams and how amazing life is, that is what I am creating, isn't it? So do not pretend how you kill things, how you destroy your beautiful reality by acting in a way that is in dissonance with your own creations. It's pretty obvious, isn't it? It's pretty obvious when you put in perspective that if you want to create amazing dreams and beautiful things, talk about it. Why the heck you're talking about your problems again? Why you're choosing this again? Why you are destroying it again? Move deeper inwards. It's inside that you're going to transform your problems, not outside. Become aware of it. We're not accusing you of anything. We're just reminding you of cause and consequence, so you can face the Minotaur in you without fear or judgment. It's just there. It serves a purpose. It existed for eons, and it may be very destructive in its way of guaranteeing a survival, but it is entailed on itself that someone that remains in it is in a survival state. And a survival state brings with it huge amounts of lack. So, if you want to keep having a reality of struggle, of survival, of misunderstandings and occultation, keep going the way you always have been doing things, and you'll be very good at it. And we celebrate you and your choices as you are free as a creator. But if you want to become one with I am, if you want to follow the golden thread that brings you back home, that liberate enlightened princess, as is in this figurative language is described as, if you want to become one in your center, in your core, then remember what works and do not works, and what it representing this part of you in action. What this destructive part of you, and I mean destructive again, just reminding it's going to a frequency in a direction that destroys the beauty you are creating. Because don't want to destroy per se, it's just trying to survive. That's what it's doing. It doesn't know that it's being against life, a higher form of life, when it's acting like this. This is for you to teach. This is for you to guide. And again, we go back to the beginning. That is the moving of the roots, you see. When you go deep enough that you know what survival parts are activated and why they are there, and then you talk them out of it. You teach them. You decree to them, this is no longer working for us. Now we're going a new way, my beautiful, lovely part. If you keep going like this is the consequences. State it clearly. Describe to it and say, if you keep going like this, if you keep talking about your problems and choosing this resignation way of speaking about life and oh, that people did that, and that is the suffering I did, and that's what is happening in my life, and that's what, and if you keep going this way, part of me, we keep having the same. So if you want to have the same, let's keep doing this. That if you want to have the new, my beautiful part, we need to stop talking like this and dream. Dream a new layer of frequency, dream a new reality. Oh, but I don't know what I want. I don't know how to dream. You say, fear not, because here I am, the Savior of I am. And how I will do it? Hey, look to the heart, this beautiful shining thing in the center. You see, look at it and we'll tell you how it will do it. You may ask and you say, just feel it, the energy of it. Feel and bask on it. Bask on this light and feel it elevating you and start dreaming in that elevation. Whoa, that feels very good, it will say, and it will shine, and this part will come in a resonant frequency with the heart. And new dreams will enter your reality, new powers, new abilities, new capacities will arise in your system. It's as simple as that. Then you are moving your roots, you see, you're not fighting, resisting, judging, going against it, pretending it's not there, but pushing the tree anyway. Move it with consciousness, beautiful child. And everything will change to you, with you, as you become one with it. So be it, and so it is. In this transformation period, many of you will break again and again and again. Don't see breaking down as a problem. They're trying to describe all of those truths to you. Not for you to fight or pretend you're not breaking down. Just make it easier for you. How to make things easier? By understanding its process, having clarity, and building up the self-confidence to do what needs to be done. And stop using old techniques and behaviors that will never work. You see, a blunt blade will never cut, will only smash. Doesn't matter how many times you use a blunt blade, you will never do what you wanted to do. You just keep smashing things. Okay, do you understand that? So you need to sharpen the blade of your focus, of your clarity, to keep your mind straight, in a sense, so it can cut through the illusions of self-deprecation, self-destruction, self-ignorance. So to change requires you to sharpen it up. Sharpen it up. It's not something that will just happen overnight. And I'm not talking about the magical capacity someone who is fully awakened can change anything outside of time. If you're capable of this, you wouldn't be here listening to this meditation. I'm talking to someone who doesn't know how to do this. I'm talking to people that is still too much inside linearity to know how to change things immediately. Okay, isn't it right? But yes, you can do this immediately if you know how. But that will change things. We have something else to tell you right now. It's about someone who is stuck in repetition. So do not pretend that you have a sharpened mind when it's blunt and unable to cut through the self-illusion. So you need to sharpen up, sharpen up, sharpen up. And we sharpen up, interestingly, as we use this analogy, with love. Love is the sharpening of the knife of mind. What does it mean? Isn't it interesting? As a knife, Macy, is a very negative thing, right? Fighting, cutting down. But love Love allows us to cut through without hurting. It's a way to enter, go deep into connection, isn't it? Deep, profound connection without fighting, struggling, resisting, judging, labeling negatively, qualifiers that resist. We can observe, we can perceive and describe, and we can go deep and deep and deep because we are not fighting against it. And in that profoundness, we can only remain there without being immediately ejected from that profoundness if we can accept what is as it is and elevate it from that space. The elevation is the activation of the guidance system of enlightened being that elevates every part to a highest form of expression, to a new layer of frequency. So love is what makes a dull blade of I am in self-perception sharp and beautiful, because it no longer hurt, you see, it elevates. So to sharpen up your focus and your capacity to see, you need to sharpen up your inner configuration of love. And please, don't come to me with those answers that many of you come, I love already, I know what is love, I'm full of love. Understand love. Understand love as an inner configuration. And if you really do that with love, you see that many times you fail completely in sustaining that configuration. Love brings you immediate clarity and understanding. Really become a master of love, because to become a master of love is to become a master of clarity and understanding. And that is what you need to guide. And to guide is to be a divine entity creating reality. So everything is interconnected in a beautiful, interwoven, beautiful, amazing fabric of I am. It's a golden and lighted piece of fabric in your shoulders, like a beautiful cape of understanding and clarity that shines deep into the heart of all. So how can you become one? By rolling up, improving your skills of being in the present with love. That is the calling of today. And we are doing this unfolding many negative perceptions and diversions that many of you create when you describe your inner process of awakening and self-guidance. Now is exposed as we using descriptive language, light language, to make it clear what was once hidden. So to be in a meditative state, again, improving your perception, what it means, what it entails to be here in self-perception any moment that you are going deep into self to transform. So guide yourself masterfully now, as you understand better and better that will never be useful to you to try to transform or change anything by pushing without moving the roots. You just break yourself and hurt and wound. You will not prosper. When we mend very old realities, old incarnations, with very broken connections because they are so extremely negative, that was old roots that were there ignored. You see, we reconnected those roots so you can grow and prosper fully. So everything can be integrated. Even those darkest parts were forgotten and pushed back. So everything can be golden again. So refrain from asking questions about this. Just don't ignore what needs to move in you with a lot of love, clarity and understanding. And do it again and again and again, as many times as necessary. There is nothing more glorious or important in your existence than changing and transforming what you are inside. Because trying to create reality without transforming inside is also what we describe as pushing against the tree. It's going to a struggle, materiality again, materiality losing energy into attraction. Cannot exist eternity in such a way, wasting energy like this. Eternity demands of us to change inside so everything flows beautifully into creation. So be it, and so it is. Good day to you, my friends, as we are here together to elevate you once again. How deeply you are here and now. How is your heart connected? Good day to you, sir. Yes, I am here to elevate you again. How can you be so fully mistaken about something that you forget who you are? How I can change this masterfully? I am here and now in this problem solving. Why I am doing this? When I can change everything in 1 minute. When I give up struggling and fighting, and I go to a harmonious state in my heart. How easy is that? How deeply mistaken someone can be and cease to be so fast and so beautifully. You can transform and change so fast, isn't it? We just need to remember how to do so. So we are here once again connected, all of us in this line of love, in this line that is projecting beauty in all of reality to change and transform once again. And we help you and we'll keep helping you and assisting you, because change is an amazing thing to see when it's elevating beautifully all of creation, and we join in celebrating. So I ask you, are you ready and prepared to change once again? One more day. Can things be easy and quick? Yes, you may say. So let's do it together. How is the realm above? How is the realm above? How is the realm above? It's always beautiful, it's always perfect, it's always bringing you the beauty of I am. Can you open up? Can you open up to receive? Open up. Choose to open up. I open up to receive. I receive the gift. I receive the glory. I receive I am in my heart. I open to receive. How do I open? How do I receive? By saying, I decide, I create, I am the one that chooses. I choose to receive, I deserve because I want, I choose it, I deserve. And I receive now the gift of I am. So allow I am to overflow into you. Visualize a beautiful, amazing cascade of light entering into the top of your head. Is pearlescent in nature and is crossing all of your meridians, all of your lifelines, all of your chakras. Everything is being cleansed and elevated. Allow it, feel it. Something is changing. Your perception of reality is drifting and drifting to a new level. Feel it. Oh, reality is becoming lighter, more shiny, more beautiful. Yes, 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 that's what happened. Allow it, allow it, allow it, allow it. Good day to you, sir. Elevate your frequency now. Allow it. Bring this into sharpness of I am. I have clarity. I decide. I have focus. I have love to myself. Bring this into alignment. Bring this into alignment. Bring to the center. Now visualize this cascade of light is still happening. It's getting stronger and stronger and stronger. And now it's acting as a scalpel, as it is changing things in you. Something is being realigned here and there. It's cutting up old programming. Look, it's liberating that programming, that rusted part of you, and it's being integrated into the flow that is going through you to be remade. Some gifts here and there, the divine makes it easy for you. What can be changed without ruining things for you is being changed. What may ruin things for me is the glory and beauty of growth, man. You can change by yourself. It's much more fun and interesting to have this amazing pride of your self-transformation, isn't it? It's your journey. It's your creation, so we help you, but not without breaking the beauty of you figuring it out. So allow these gifts to be all around you, making things easier, more beautiful, so you can flow and enjoy and have the fun of opening the gifts. Feel your spine, your core being cleansed, aligned, and purified. Now, as a beautiful cello, there is strings in your spine that are being tuned in. Tune it into higher frequency. And one of it is starting to vibrate. Oh, you know this one already. It's the new earth frequency. Feel it vibrating, vibrating, vibrating. As it does, you can sense the strings of light inside your bone. Sense it. And something amazing is happening. There is a flower, a gift you received, that is blooming up, and with it you can sense the heart temple fully open in you, emanating unicity. Aligning your heart, you become as one. And look who is coming, getting closer, is the divine I Am in full form and glory. And is touching your heart with eternity as it was already there open to you. Integrate, integrate, integrate this elevation, this gift, this blessing, and you can quickly become harmonized and elevated as one entity. Amazing, creating coherency in this reality. But not a mere coherency, the coherency of eternity, of the new earth. So feel it. Feel an endless stream of joy and beauty without any form of anxiety, as I am eternal. You are in a landscape of dreams, amazing dreams. Reality becomes a beautiful, amazing, full of glory journey. It's so good to exist in this endless stream. So many gates are open to me now. So many realities of beauty. It feels so good. Feel it. Just allow now the string of light in your back to start to resonate, resonate, resonate more and more and more, and all of you is resonating together, and there is hundreds of thousands of strings around you in many dimensions playing together, and the same tune of I Am is reverberating, 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 and crossing dimensions and gates and elevating everything back into harmony. Feel these many layers and many dimensions going back into harmony, fully reforming into beauty. Feel eternity diving deeper and deeper and deeper, elevating all of creation. And feel this light shining through this system, through this reality of yours, elevating, elevating, and creating a new form and shape. Feel it in your heart. There is a new sunrise that you are bringing to fruition. There is a new dawn for humanity. There is a new earth collapsing because you're here in this frequency, isn't it? And you are the center of it. You are the core of it. So remember, this is my center, this is my core, this is my home. This is where I go back to. I am the flame of ascension. I am the pillar of I Am. So be it, and so it is. Now I am again in this form and shape, and today wisely I will keep it and sustainably along my day. I remember this amazing taste of union, of sacred singularity between me and me. Going, crossing the threshold of separation, a mere illusion, and going back to unicity in me. I am the divine child, fully awakened, going back home. And in doing so, I align myself, the highest form of I am. And I can co-create realities of beauty, of love, of gentleness, a caress of the divine to all existence, an endless celebration of love, of understanding, of clarity that irradiates this ecstasy, this gratitude of co-creating amazing things in absolute harmony with I am. Let's overflow this amazing choice in our personal decrees and visualization. We are all co-creators here and now. In your life, your journey is a treat for yourself as you unfold reality as a journey of love, of deliciousness. Can you change again and again to such a beautiful frequency that you can rejoice and pulsate all of this journey into beauty? Choose, decree, manifest, Creator. How many of us is required to change you? None. When you are in this frequency, you are the one transforming, and we are here celebrating with you. But we make it easier for you, as this is such beauty, to rejoice the co-creation with oneness. So let's again rejoice and quickly manifest by decreeing out loud together as one in many dimensions. So be it and so it is, because this is my will, the will of divine sacred consciousness, divine sacred presence manifested right here, right now in this earth, through this face and temple of I am. So be it and so it is, so be it and so it is, so be it and so it is. Gratidão, gratidão, gratidão.